So this is your filters. Now we get into so once you create a report, and we have seen how you can apply filters on a particular column. You can choose from here, you can select from here. So, and also how many varieties we can apply filters we have seen here. Then here we have every column, but for every column you have different properties. One is column properties. I think this you might have gone through everything. So this complete sheet is only to set the colors and all that. Okay, background color. And when you go here, column format. So here you can choose what is the heading you want. And when you select this heading, you can type whatever heading you want, and you can also change the fonts and all. That is a common. But from OBIEE 11, we have one more new feature which is called contains HTML markup. Means if you just select HTML markup, means whatever you give here, it is a HTML, not the actual value. It is a HTML tag. So if I go and add any HTML tag here, say for example, so when you say your headings contains HTML markup, means whatever is there, it is actually the HTML tag, not the content. So you can see now. So this is your one. So since it is a HTML tag, and H1 means it is a HTML tag, header 1 means it will show in a bold. In the same way, if you want to make, sometimes users will ask, I want my heading should be like this. I want my heading with this kind of button format. So in that case, you can choose all your formats to be available by writing the HTML tags. And suppress repeat, if you select the repeat, it will show every value multiple times. Otherwise, it will show. Say now, in case wherever similar brand is there, so this entire box is only showing one time. But if you want to see like a SQL kind of thing, you can select it and show as a repeat, so that the brand value will be repeated for every column. Apart from this, when you change any color here, say for example, I am changing the color here, background color for this particular column as a blue, and I want to change font size and all that, we can do that. Whenever you do this, if you keep changing like this for every column, say I am developing some report and I want to change my report columns should be in a background blue color and then front end red color. I have my own requirement. If you keep doing like this for every column, and you need to spend a lot of time here, because selecting for every column colors front, back, and all that is very difficult, and also you may miss something. That's why here we have an option called cascading style sheets. So when you choose this option, so if you have any HTML background in any website when you are building, for your end, there will be like 100 pages in the website. If you want to show every website with the same font, same color, same thing, we'll create some style sheets called CSS. That is called cascading style sheets. In that we'll keep a font, heading, okay, style, height, weight, everything. So when you add these CSS files to your HTML tag in a proper way and complete your website, web page format will be automatically taken from the CSS. So that way you have 100 pages, you don't need to change the font color for every web page. All that information will keep in a dot, that file is just simple dot CSS. In that even you can go and search, you will keep a font family, font style, font color, all that properties will be set and that every website will use. In case you have such kind of cascading style sheets built in your company, and if you want to use those style sheets to apply colors here, you can give your cascading style sheet class name here. First of all, to use it, that should be available in your machine. Then only you can start using that. Otherwise, you cannot do it. So, mostly this is the best option. Most of the companies will use whatever color font is coming in the OBIEE, they will use it. But if any company decides to change the font or anything color or look at any cosmetic changes, one option is we have to do here, or we can change the complete whatever. When I go here, whatever screen you see, this is called themes. Whatever color, whatever is showing up, I can also change. Some companies will say, I don't want that Oracle logo there. Okay, and I don't want this blue color there. I want everything should be in a dark brown color. So any other, because my company standard is something different. So you can completely change your website theme, the complete web page theme. For that, we need to edit the pages which are available in the presentation services. We'll have a lot of files related to themes. Whatever you see here, everything is coming from the back side. So there are some files template. From that only it will get. And if you want that background, everything should be same, but only your report to be changed. You can use CSS. If you want to complete your page, whatever you are saying, if you want to change, you have to change the library files. Okay, and in the your presentation services. Later I can show. You can search for Mozilla folder in a presentation services section. You will see lot of things files related to this configuration. You have to change that. Or you can change your columns here itself. Or if you want to change one column, you can change it, but it is not advisable because it is very tough task. Changing color every time. So this is option, or change the actual theme in the Java presentation services, whatever configuration files we have. The second one, data format. So data format means whatever data is coming, in which format you want to see. Sometimes, mostly if you say plain text, whatever is showing as a text it will show. But apart from that, there are some other things also. Say for example, I'll show one simple. So this is again one HTML tag. So what is that here? It is I just written some simple text. So this is a column, and this is a column, this is a column, this is a column, and that is a column heading we change it. And if you see this, what is showing here? I have written some HTML code content. It is showing like this. But now what I am doing now? But this column contains HTML tags. So whatever column is there, this is the column we have the data, but whatever is there actually that is something related to HTML. So if I choose this HTML option here, so it will file that as a HTML. It will show it as a HTML. If I place that code in HTML, how it will show? In that way it will show here. So now if I click this, it is going and showing like this. So this, if I give the complete HTML tag and all, it will take you that way. So now, depending on what type of information you have in your, I close that. Depending on what type of content you have. So by default, it is a plain text, it will show as it is. But in case in your column, if you are having any mail address, so now I have a column in that I am only keeping mail address. If we choose the mail to address option here, it will show hyperlink. When you click that, it will open a mail window. You can directly type some content and send it. So if you go to any web pages directly, when you click, automatically it will take you to the one Outlook window. There you can type your message and send it. And in the same way, you have any, sometimes when we are storing the images, how we generally we store images in the database, two types. One is, we can store, let's say you have some passport size photo or some image. Okay, so these photos I can directly place in a binary format in the blob column, or sometimes we'll keep these files, images in a CD drive only, but we'll place the path where these files are present. So in that case, if you select image URL, it will render those images inside and then it will pop up and then show the photo as it is. So it depends on your content. You can also choose what type of content it is, and as per that it will show up your values in the report. One example is HTML. Mostly you will be using HTML here. Okay. And apart from this, conditional format. What is conditional format? So right now, if I change any color, okay, now I am going to change the color. Let's take this total revenue column. I am changing the color. Total revenue. So let's take one number. Let's say, so conditional formatting means if a normal formatting means if I change this color, for every column it will show the same color. But what is conditional formatting? I will give my condition. Okay. So when you give that condition, automatically you will window pop up. And here I can give, okay, now I want to show the cells in a blue color only which satisfies my condition. What condition I have given? Less than return. So previous one, the basic one is this. Previous one are showing blue color for every record, but this is a now mostly sometimes in interview you will get a question. So now I have selected a condition on this column. Based on this condition, I want to show this column as a blue color. Say for example, so now based on this column, I'm just selecting, okay, which one is having less than. So right now, mostly nowadays people may ask you, say right now this is a record which is having total revenue 116740. So whenever this value is less than of some number, whatever you have given, so entire row, the entire row I want to display in the pink color. Okay, so maybe you can try it out how. Previously it used to be a bit difficult, so you can take it as a task. Right now it is for this, but the entire row has to be displayed in a pink color because that is having less, not for one column. So that you can try it out. And then interaction. What is interaction? How many ways of interaction we have? By default, what is the interaction we have here? How many types of interactions we have? Maybe if you take the report and then see here, one is none means no interaction. Drill means, did you discuss this topic? That interactions. What is interaction? Interaction means when you click on a column, what should happen in interaction? So generally when you RPD, when you create a hierarchy, if I click column, what happens? So I have created a hierarchy in a product table. I have selected a UOB column. What happens? Drill, yeah, drill up, drill down, drill across happens. So default means it is a drill. So whenever you select any, whenever you create any hierarchy in RPD for a particular column or a table, automatically when you create a report, it will show drill up, drill down, drill across. Automatically it can happen. That is the default. But apart from that, what we have here, action links and send master detail. So these two are new features in the OBIEE 11. Previously they are not there. They are there but in a different. This is completely new concept, but it is there in a different way. That used to be called as a navigation. So I'll show you what is this action link. Action link means right now if you see this report, nothing happened here. We have a brand and this. So what I want to do, whenever I click this column, I want to see in this brand what is the total quantity sold out. I want to see. Or when I click this column brand, I want to see to make a proper way. I'll just show this. So this is the report I have here. Brand in every company, in every brand, what is the total revenue? And here I am creating one more report. in every brand, what are the LOBs we have, what are the product descriptions we have, and what is the total number of quantities sold out, total units. And in the same way, I'll create one more report. So now overall I have 3 reports here, and now I am going to main report, and in the brand column I am selecting interactions. In interaction, so we know none means nothing happens, drill up, down, across as per the RPD. And when you go for action links, immediately it will ask you, when you click this column, what action you want to perform. Action means what you have to do. Up, down, across, anywhere there, as per that. It is not under your control, but it is under your control. So then this topic comes under drill through. If you see, there are 4 different analysis techniques. Drill up, down. So within one hierarchy, navigating from lower and upper to lower, up, down. Going across a different dimensional hierarchy, drill across. The last one we left was a drill through. What is a drill through means? Navigating from one analysis to other analysis. So I don't, there will be any link or not a link, it doesn't matter. But when I click this, I want to open something else. What is that you want to open, you decide. So that is your action links here. You can click your action links here. Means when you click this column, it is going to open some links. And you can choose that link should open what. So I am selecting place here, creating action links. So then you can give a name for this action link. Okay, link 1 I'll say. You can give any name. Then it is asking what action you want to perform here. Create a new action, select existing action. If you select the create a new action, it is asking you what type of action you want. You can select, if you want to open a other report, BI content you select. If you want to open a web page, you select web page, web service, Java method, and browser script. So I want to open some report. That's why I select navigate to BI content. So immediately it will ask you, choose which report you want to open. Okay, and also if you see the option, it will show you there are some other options also there. So these options I'll come to later. I'll select open in new window. That is one option I'm selecting. Say open. Show link always or conditionally. I'm selecting as always. I'm selecting link to add web page, and I'll give. So there are some links created and just done. Okay, so now though we have not created any hierarchy on this column, but you can still see hyperlink activated. And when you click this column, you will see what are the links you have selected. And when I select it, let me save this. So when whatever you select, so right now I am selecting link 1. So immediately, I don't know whether it opened or not. Let's select this. Okay, so since I have selected as a big data science, okay, this is a browser issue, leave it. What is that? So if I click this third link, it will open the third report. If I select fourth link, it will show fourth report open. So this is simple navigation, actually called. But what actually additionally you can notice here is that, so this is all will get in a interviews. So when I click this column, now when I see these 1, 2, 3, 4 links are there, right? Wherever your total revenue is, okay, less than some 50 lakhs or something, whatever number is there, okay, I want to show all 4 links for those columns, but whenever that is less than something, I want to show only 3. So I want to conditionally show, for this column I want to show 4 links, but for this column I want to show only 3 links. So let's take one example, okay, less than 3, 3, 6, 7 are there, 7 digits are there, and I'll take 5 as a. So first one, what I am doing, I am going to edit. I am selecting previously always. This link will show always appear in a report every time. But when you choose conditionally, means the link in the every record will show only condition basis. So what condition you want? I am selecting if total revenue, if it is less than, I want to show that. Otherwise, don't show. That's why now, since I've changed a condition slightly, if I click this, you will see 1, 2, 3, 4 links. But if you click this, you will see only 3 links. So this is called conditional navigation, conditional interaction. This is introduced new in 11G. Previously it used to show everything, but now you can also give condition. For this record, since it is something less, I am showing 4 links. But for this link, I am showing only 3 links. Okay, wherever it is less than 5 lakhs, 50 lakhs, okay, then sorry, greater than 50 lakhs, it is showing 3. Less than that, it is showing as per the condition. This is one thing. And also, when you select this navigation, you can choose whether you want to open that in a current window, new window, you want to see this as a link URL, okay, or when you say that when you click this report, if you select run confirmation, it will ask you, I am going to execute that report. It will take your confirmation and will ask it, and what dialog title should be there, what help is required. So all that options you can select for every input column, whatever you have here. So this is called interaction or a navigation, okay, which is available here. Apart from this, now there will be another question. Say now, whenever I click this link, I'm able to see the data. Fine. I click this fun part, and I'll go here. I'm selecting link 2. So it is asking your confirmation before you execute. I think this is there. If I choose the link 1, then there is a browser issue. I'm selecting link 3 now. It is showing brand wise in every department what is the total revenue. What is that column I clicked right now just before? I clicked a record, or I clicked a column which is BizTech. So when I click this report, it is opening the second report, fine. But sometimes what I expect is when I click on BizTech, when I am opening this report, I want to see only BizTech brand data, but you see everything is coming. So I want to show only BizTech only. So what should be done? The report, you can choose it as a is prompted. What is the third report? Is BizTech, brand wise department. No, this one. So in the main report which you are calling from there, in that report for this particular brand column, you choose in a filter as is prompted. Link 3, right? So now you can notice whatever column you click, whatever record you click, you will see data only for that particular. If I click on a different column, it should give data only for a different row, it should give data only for. So I am selecting home view. See data only for home view. So these are all common things in every reporting people will ask. So this is called interaction navigation. So navigation, you can go jump to any place. You can give a links. You can make it conditional, and also you can link from your main report to sub report. that is the report you are calling, but choosing the is prompted, it will automatically, whatever column you click, the value will be passed to the other report and it will become a filter for you there. So now it looks very easy. But the problem is people will give a requirement. I have something here. I want a report to develop like this. When I click this, it should happen. When I click this, it should happen. So you need to recollect that on every OBIEE, the problem in the reporting is options when you do looks very simple. But if somebody gives a problem statement, you need to scan through everything and give a solution. So if you go here and you start looking at option, it looks very simple. But you should remind them and keep in your memory that whenever asking, what are the various options we have, what they do. Okay, so that is silly things because a lot of options are there. Apart from this, when you go for interaction, we have one more option called master detail event. That is newly introduced in 11. What is master detail event? We'll see because it requires one topic here. So far when I click this, okay, it is going to open another report and all doing something. Whenever I click this column, I want to send a trigger to another report and I want to open another sub report for this. So means linking one report to another report is called master detail event, which is introduced in 11G. It was not there earlier. Okay. So whenever I click this column in this particular report, I want to send a message to another report and open that report here. Generally, it is called sub report. Sometimes there is like 4 customers information I am showing here. When I click this customer in the bottom, I should show customer address in the bottom. When I click on second customer number, I want to show second customer address only. Third customer number, if I click third customer address only, I want to show in the bottom. This is called parent and child report, and that can be done using master. So here, remember the option here, we have a master, and when you select this option, there is a property called special channel, specified channel. Means when you click on this column, this report will send a message. It will announce a message that okay, my event. It is like announcement. So there is one person make announcement. People who are interested in really receiving it, they can listen. Everybody world can receive it. But if this mic announcement, whatever action I am giving, and which is applicable to whom, so they have to go and perform the respective immediate action. So that's why master detail means it is a channel you are sending, and the only thing is the next page you have to specify whenever somebody receives this channel or this message, what action to be performed you have to specify it. That we'll see in the next session. Okay, but this is a new feature in a master, but lot of conditions apply for master detail, and generally we have to look into our views. When we are learning the views, we will see that master detail. So last, write back. Write back is nothing but writing back data on the database. If you right now OBIEE is read only, means you have some data, I can see it here only. But here I want a facility to change these values here. Lot of conditions apply. If I want to change this value to A, I want a text box here. If I make it to A, it should go and update in the database. Writing back to the database. Generally reporting not allowed this one, but in case if you require you will do. But what is mostly if you know what is write back, that is sufficient. Have you ever done this? You can say I have not done it. And apart from this, we have a formulas here. What are these formulas? You might have written a lot of formulas. Okay, I'll show you quickly 2-3 important formulas, and then say now I'm selecting total revenue first. If you get into formula, you can apply any function which is available or your aggregate and all. First I am showing aggregate. So when if you, I don't know how many of you know this, if I apply a formula like sum of this in this particular column, have you ever noticed what happens? Generally we don't need to apply sum because already in RPD we applied a sum. But when you apply sum here again, what happens? What is that number called? What is actual meaning of that? What is the total sum it is showing for everybody? So what is this called? This we can do in RPD also. Grand total means whatever bottom it shows grand total. Grand total means showing up in the bottom. In RPD measures. Fixed cost is a name, but there is a topic actually. Aggregation also, it is also aggregation, but there is this calculation is a specialized calculation. You may get in most of the interviews. What is this? Measure will be done at one particular level. What is that called? Level based measure. So this is equivalent to level based measure. Grand total is not at all common to. Grand total means in a meaning showing in the bottom. No, that is also not. When you select the grand total, you will get everything. But at any level we are calculating. So this you are doing at grand total level. But what is that is called actually? At what level you do is a different story. But this is a level based measure. That level based measure meaning I want. After that, you what level you do, that is a okay. We can discuss it later. But this kind of calculations are called level based measures. So now you can understand. This is you can do here. So now what is this? It is also a level based measure, but this time it is doing at brand. Sorry, I need to rearrange it so that you can easily understand. So these are all belongs to same brand, okay, and report is correct, information is correct, but that representation to make you understand you have to do this. Okay, so these are all belongs to same brand. Okay, but what is the total of this brand? 1, 2, 3 showing. 1, 2, 3 showing. 1, 2, 3 showing. So Bistec, FunPod and HomeView, and here also you can do level based measures with this, and generally you will not get this in any documentation or anywhere. So you can do this calculation for any questions you can answer it by this one, by this one. So it is like you are in Oracle partition by kind of thing. Okay, this is also can help to do level based measure calculation. I think you might have come across with, mostly I covered these functions in RPD itself. Okay, so you can go and apply any calculation you want here. And then, but what is other important is bins. What is bin? So bin is nothing but a key statement. Say for example, I have a column here. This is the number we have. So this is one formula. Second. Check it out.
రాసుకోండి. నేను ఇస్తున్నా, రాసుకోండి.